Hey everyone, and welcome back to our monthly series where we round up our most popular animations for the month. If you want to get inspired for your next design or want to follow the trends, you've come to the right place. These are the most incredible designs, so if you want to check them out, we've listed them all down in the description below. Comment down below your favorite design and be sure to give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoy. Without further ado, let's get right into the video.
First up, we have an autonomous AI workflow landing page. The dark UI, metallic 3D elements, and system-like microcopy all reinforce the idea of autonomous workflows. We really like the gradual appearing transition of all the elements on the screen, along with the growing metallic elements. This helps with the information not being too overwhelming. Next, this animation concept tackles a high-risk UX scenario, temporary financial permissions. The interface leans into clarity and reassurance with strong state indicators, scoped permissions, and likely time-bound visuals. The transitions between screens are super clean and smooth, and the dark theme reinforces a strong tech feel.
Just a quick note guys, if you're enjoying the video so far, make sure to subscribe because we have a lot of new content coming out soon.
Here we have a conversational UI that pushes beyond basic chat into action-oriented interaction design. There is a unique purple and pink gradient which helps stand apart this chatbot from other websites. The talking head in the corner is also a cool feature that brings a human touch to this AI platform. Moving on, this is a modern music publishing website. This animation is a great example of motion driving brand identity. The animations also enforce rhythm, pacing, and energy, all of which are core to a music platform. We like the use of ample white space that creates a minimal feel. Now, this branding system leans into precision and industrial clarity. Automotive branding often benefits from sharp geometry and controlled spacing, and this design really reflects that well. The identity feels scalable, meaning it can really extend from logo to interface without losing consistency, super critical for product ecosystems. Here now we have a healthcare-focused animation interface. The design uses this likely progressive disclosure, asking users information one step at a time. The visual tone is also very important here. It is calming and doesn't feel too cold or doesn't feel too playful and untrustworthy. This really strikes a great balance. Next up, this landing page communicates real-time intelligence through motion and layout. We like the imagery used here with flowers and overall nature choices. It definitely helps bring to life an otherwise robotic concept. And finally, this is a small but highly impactful UX pattern. Citation previews reduce friction in research or writing workflows by giving users context without any exterior navigation. This micro interaction is clean and doesn't take away from the rest of the interface. Here we have a simple animation for an e-commerce marketplace. We really love the bold colors and unique font chosen here for the title. This definitely lends itself to a street-style clothing brand. The overlay with the text on the moving models is a nice touch too. Next, this interaction explores spatial UI, using spherical motion to represent navigation or data. It's visually striking, but more importantly, it introduces a sense of depth that reinforces interaction feedback. The floating spheres around the mockup create a sense of immersion as well. Here we have a conversational interface that leans into fluid motion to simulate responsiveness and intelligence. We really like the 3D model robot as it adds a more personable feel to the app. The swiping transition between robots is also well done, and the overall design is simple and not overwhelming. Moving on, this is a simple animation for a landing page. This simple animation actually does a lot for engaging the user, as the slow, clean zoom into a clean mockup draws attention, and the slow moving bubbles adds to the simple but engaging nature. The CTAs on this website are clearly placed, and spacing does the work instead of heavy effects. Now, this is a strong example of reducing cognitive load in data-heavy environments. Instead of overwhelming users with charts, this dashboard animation simplifies information into digestible components. The navigation and transitions between pages is clean, and we like how numbers increase as they appear. It's a small animated detail that helps the premium nature. Here we have a wellness interface that leans into a clean and modern UX. Soft motion, organic transitions, and calming visual language create a sense of trust and ease. This is especially important in health-related products where users need reassurance as much as functionality. We love the minimal nature and clean off-white background with deep green accents. Next up, we have a landing page for an AI-powered SaaS platform. The airy, nature-inspired visual direction breaks away from the generic corporate tech designs, and the floating, glassmorphic elements really ensure that the page still feels modern and not dated in any way. Now, this AI voice assistant concept explores multimodal interaction, combining voice, visual feedback, and UI states. We really like the moving waves with the use of a gradient, as this fits well with the design style that AI agents tend to be. What do you think of this design? Here we have a strong example of where Agentic UX is heading, interfaces that feel less like tools and more like collaborators. What stands out here is the dynamic, memory-driven layout where content adapts based on user context. We really like the almost clear-looking phone mockup that works well with the futuristic and glassmorphic features on the animation itself. Next, this is a smart living motion experience. The modernity of the home automation control system here is shown with the futuristic font, panning shots, and a great use of light on both the products and UI elements like buttons. Here we have a golf club landing page that leans heavily on hierarchy and restraint to communicate premium positioning. The typography does most of the work, with large, confident headlines paired with generous spacing that create immediate clarity. The visual system is deliberately restrained, with the neutral tones, minimal controls, and magazine-like composition. Moving on, this concept pushes towards a more immersive tool-like web experience. The 3D elements aren't just visual flair, but they help communicate depth, manipulation, and control, which is critical for an editor interface. The animation is simple, as it's just a scroll through of the website with quick movements. This allows the user to feature everything. Now this is a strong example of dashboard clarity done right. The visual hierarchy is immediately legible with primary metrics that pop, secondary data that recedes, and everything feeling intentionally grouped. What stands out is the use of color and contrast to signal status without overwhelming the user. This works because it really helps support quick decision making. Here we see a brand and web concept that leans into a bold, almost experimental visual language and experience. The minimal black and white foundation was paired with a sharp orange accent. This really emphasizes speed and transaction flow for this company. Next up, this branding system focuses on scalability and consistency. The mark itself is simple, but it's supported by a broader visual language that can extend across multiple touchpoints. We love the feature of the social media posts as part of this branding system as well. And finally, this is a great example of animation driving engagement in e-commerce. The motion isn't just eye-catching, it's guiding users through product discovery and reinforcing interactions like hover and selection. The tall, bold title font is great and really well used throughout the website. That's it for this week, everyone. We hope you enjoyed this video. And now we want to hear from you. Don't forget to leave your favorite animation in the comments below. Make sure to click that notification bell and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. We post every single Monday. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week.